How's everybody doing tonight? Uh, I came across something. Well, actually, my last video, I was pretty much concentrating on Erin Helton's uh, material and her theory. And just before I did that video, I did the lineup on this 1937 survey. I got it all lined up perfectly to where it was matching Google Earth. And I was so excited about her, the way it was lining up with her north-south line. I didn't even bother to check it in my video on my theory. And after I did the video, I just threw up mine, and this is what happened. I was like going, whoa, wait a minute. And this is different from Aaron's because this 7-degree angle is actually intersecting where I said the money pit was going to be, according to this diagonal that is off the hard data coming off of Fred Nolans. As you can see, this big diagonal here, it's got 1, 2, 3 rock piles. And it hit right, I couldn't do it any more perfect. Here, let me show you. I'll throw up Aaron's data so I can show you. I have it right here. Let's throw it up here. Oh, I got her cross. I got her big cross on there. Okay, yeah, it does line up 30 degrees, Aaron. You're in there. You're right. You're doing good. Okay, so let's throw that off there so we get rid of that. But, you can see, it's lined up the same. I didn't change anything. There's Aaron's line, this red one, and this is what I had. And it goes right through. So hats off and thanks to the guy that told me in the comments that your original stone triangle was off to the west. Yeah, because I was going all over the place with that 7 degrees. I was thinking it was coming off the east, and until I really got it lined up right. And this 1937 survey, it's the most accurate because it was surveyed before it was gone. It was still there when they surveyed it. So there you go. This changes a lot of things. So I guess the interpretation I'm thinking about this 9 stone triangle is that the end of the apex of this triangle is the money pit, according to the way this is lining up. And true north and the 7 degrees actually bisect, or they intersect at the money pit. So anyway, that's that. So that changes a lot of things with my color data here, because remember, all the black is, let's turn off Aaron's stuff here. Hold on. Okay. All the stuff in black is running through hard known places. If it's red, it's coming off of at least just one point. And we had established the fact that if it is has two black lines are intersecting at that point, then that is going to be a known or a discovered point. And we had a lot of those right here. We had the center point here, and that's a known point now. But it's changed a lot of things, and I don't know. I hate to just I mean, the money pit is now a known point according to my criteria, because these are artifacts that are known on the island. The drilled stones and this survey, and this is definitely a hard line black because it's going through 1, 2, 3 stone piles that are on Fred Nolans' map, and they intersect there. And I already had turned this black, and the reason why I turned this black was because, first of all, it was red before because it was emanating from a known, I don't even know what it is, but it's something on Fred Nolans' map. And that's what I believe is the south anchor. And this diagonal was black because it was going through 2 points. It was going through a point of intersection, and it was going through a stone. So I guess what I'm saying is this is intersecting here at a known point, the center point, and it's going to a known artifact on Fred's map, and it's also got this is a hard black line because this is going through 3 stones right here, pointing in this direction. We just didn't know how far east it would go, and now it's sort of looking like that's pretty right on. And I think it's pretty much set up by this point right here. This center point sets up the angle, which, by the way, I had already predicted before that this angle that comes off of Nolan's cross is going to be the same as this angle. And I got that from the 90-foot stone, but I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, that means that I turned this to black because it's pretty much an established line now through 1, 2, 3 points. So if I'm going to go by that, then if this is known and this is known, this has got 2 hard blacks coming into it at a point. It's not like they're intersecting right there, and those are intersecting right there. So I have to turn this to black. So I don't know what I'm saying here is that I think I'm saying that this is really, well, shoot, now wait a minute. So now these 2 are black. That means this one is black. So that one's black. All right. So the only thing we have left that's still theoretical is this north-south line on the west side. Oops, let me do that. There's not really anything there. And the east line. However, okay, so we got the east lines covered on this end. One thing I discovered, and I'm almost ready to turn this red. And the thing that I discovered was we have this with the sight line that is coming off of these 2 points right here that go to the east corner. Okay, there's this stone here that's sort of like in the middle that it goes through. But I think it's basically it's a splitter stone, and it's splitting these 2 vectors right here. And it also, I think, is a stone that's used for this site because it's going downhill here. But one thing I see is, what I saw was that this east-west line, if you were going to practically lay it out on the ground, you need to know, okay, you know this point because that was easy, just extending the triangle out, okay? But if you were to establish this point, this apex point, and go up, and this is due north, this is directly north, and intersect this, it splits the distance between here and the east corner. From the point of the triangle to the east corner, it splits the distance. And so you would know if you went from here to here, and this is a calculated point, but if you went from here to here, then you would know the distance from here to there. So you'd be able to do it. That's amazing. I mean, I just thought that the reason why I was going through that is because I was amazed at this apex here. When I discovered this point here, I was starting to look at these diagonals, and they, it looks like it's askew. It looks like, everything's over to the west, but actually this triangle from this point right here, which actually is not a pile of stones, it's a hidden point. This is hidden. Okay, it's calculated by these angles. These stone piles set up these angles that create this apex, and it's a big, like a big triangle, big giant triangle. These are equal, so it splits this rectangle. This triangle splits this rectangle in half, which gives you a midpoint on your east line to your east corner. Also, I am definitely positively assured that this is the north anchor. That they didn't want to make it as obvious that this would be the anchor. And sorry, that's just the way I'm starting to think now, that this anchor, or this east corner, is not the anchor. It's to be discovered. It's a discoverable point. And that this here is the north anchor. And that's sort of like in line with what Erin's saying. She's saying that the north anchor is up in here somewhere at 30 degrees. But I couldn't go that far east because these stones here are telling me I can't go that far. So they sort of confine you with, where do they confine you with? This one right here. These two stones right here set up that line. And they converge at that point. You can't, that's it. That's where it is. That's the north anchor. We can do something, let's see. Where is it? I can put up Zena's map here. Let's get it a little bit opaque. See, here's Zena's map, where you saw this on Oak Island. And I have this pretty lined up pretty good, but you can see on Zena's map, that's the north anchor. And some other things on Zena's map is the Triangle of Peter, which I have here, which, by the way, also goes through the south anchor and comes up to the center, the mid-cross vertex, which is between the two stones, the end stone and the mid-pointer stone on Nolan's cross. This is a hard data point because it's on line with these two, and it's mid. So if if you can calculate it to where it's a midpoint, that that makes it, to me, hard data. And this right here is the same thing, the same type of deal. Although it's one more calculation with this apex, but all these stones line up to form this, so it's meant to be there. And so it's looking like it's progressing a little bit more on you know where the money pit is. But here's the money pit. But what does that mean? What does that mean? Many people have, well, the first people that found the money pit, what happened to them? It flooded. So if they find the money pit again, is it going to flood? I don't know. But I think it was designed to do that. And this is my imaginative theory, is I'm still very much going to stick with Zena Halpern's material and theorize that La Formula, the translation of La Formula in French, is telling you to go from the money pit 45 degrees, 522 feet to this shaft right here, where Fred Nolan thought there was a hidden shaft here, but maybe it's right here. And then from there, 522 feet, you're going to find a tunnel. When you go down the shaft, you're going to find a tunnel that's 1,065 feet long. You're going to be in a tunnel that's going to head to this vault, the vault under the earth. And whatever is buried at Oak Island, I guarantee you, well, if Zena Halpern's material is accurate, that's where it's going to be. So, finding the money pit, really, it's the beginning of the end, but it's not the end. Alright? I'll make another video when I learn more. Talk to you later.